In this video, I'll be talking about how you can source or get cases and how you can work with your buddies to make the most of your preparation. The vast majority of your time post the shortlist is going to go in receiving cases and talking to people in the various consulting firms that you are shortlisted for. It therefore makes a little sense to understand as much about these processes so that you can make the most of your preparation time. The topics that I'll be covering in this video, as well as in all of the other videos in this series, are available in much greater detail in the notes provided in the description below. The bulk of your preparation consists essentially of sourcing or receiving cases, and secondly, of talking to your various buddies or anyone else at the consulting firms. While we've covered a great deal about how to receive and actually go about solving a case, two questions remain unanswered. The first is, what should the source of these cases be? Most cases originate somewhere or the other down the line in a case book. Of course, I would strongly recommend that you solve as many cases as possible which are administered to you by a person to really mimic the actual interview experience. Sometimes you might end up reading at least your first couple of cases from a case book to get the feel of the whole thing. And all cases do originate from a case book. So some of the books to really look out for are maybe Day 1.0, which is written by some of my seniors, alumni from IIT Madras. Then other one is Case Interviews Cracked, which is written by alumni of IIT Bombay. Your own B school, of course, would likely have its own case book, which is likely to have far more cases. And you can also have a look at a few other international publications, which might or might not give you a great feel for the sort of cases you would receive in India. The second question, which remains unanswered, is how many cases should you be solving and of which types should these cases be? It's a question which is very easy to ask because it's really easy to compare numbers and try to get a sense of whether your preparation is on track or not. However, in the interview, what is going to be judged is how well you're solving cases, and therefore that is the metric which, even though it's tougher to compare, is what you should be focusing on. Therefore, you really should be looking at whether you are comfortable or not with each type of case. If there are certain points in a case that you are not comfortable with, practice until you are more comfortable with it and are feeling confident that whatever case you are given, you will be able to navigate it reasonably well, even if you're not absolutely perfect with it. And that should really be the criteria for whether you should do more cases or not, and which type of cases you should be doing as well. As a part of your preparation, one of the most powerful resources you have available is an employee from the consulting firm, which is your buddy. To make the most of them, make sure that you firstly prepare for each of the calls that you're going to have with your buddy. When I say prepare, let's break this down by the different types of calls that you're going to have with your buddy. The first type of call is an introduction call. Prior to the shortlists coming out, do make sure that you have just a brief way of introducing yourself. This is a semi-formal setting, if you will, and therefore it's a good chance for you to prepare an answer on tell me about yourself. You'll get to practice this a couple of times with a few buddies. Very few of them are going to give you feedback on it, but this is more for your own practice. Secondly, you'll have a check-in call, which is where they just routinely keep checking in to see how you're doing. You can be as honest as you want with your buddy, because if you do actually tell them everything which is on your mind, they will actually be able to help you get things on track. If you have concerns, they might be able to address them. The third type of call that you might have are doubt clarification calls. It's useful to, at any point of time, have all of your doubts written out and maybe aggregate those doubts by consulting firm, so that if you get an unexpected call, you can use it to actually clarify your doubts. And of course, when you schedule these calls, it would be very useful to actually get these doubts answered. The fourth type of call is a case or buddy case, if you will. Now again, here you want to prepare and be ready to solve the case. Fifth, you will have interest checking calls. This might or might not happen, it's fairly rare, but your buddy could sometimes just call to get a sense of whether you're interested in that consulting firm or not. This is sometimes factored in to actually prepare their hot lists. But as we've said earlier in this video series, for the most part, your buddies are really just a resource to help you prepare. Very few firms actually use buddies for evaluation to reshape their hot lists, and even fewer are going to have these sort of interest checking calls that happen. And the final call is a best of luck call, which most likely your buddy will wish you on the last day just prior to your interviews. To make sure that you don't think of this as a sign or an indicator of any sort, it really is just your buddy being a nice person. Finally, circling back to the buddy case, it's important for you to be as prepared as possible for this case. And it's important that you treat it like an actual interview. The reason is that your buddy will come closer than any of your case group members to providing you a case as if it were an interview. If you are really well prepared, it will be a good simulation of what your interview might actually be like. I would also strongly recommend that you record this call with your buddy's consent, of course, and seek out detailed feedback. Once you've got this feedback, also try reworking your structures and overall how you solve the case, and perhaps send that back to your buddy as well for a last round of feedback. This is essentially a good way to ensure that you've really learned and taken something away from each of the limited buddy cases that you will have. That covers how you can receive cases and also work with your buddies to make the most of your preparation phase. The topics covered in this video, as well as the other videos in this series, are available in more detail in the notes provided below in the description. If this video or other videos in the series seem relevant and useful to you, do remember to like, share, and subscribe.